reason you need to live in Greenville, North Carolina.
We're going to get to all that and more right after our introduction, so don't go away. But first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Ellen Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
On speed, call, text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget to get our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below.
Exactly. And today we wanted to deep dive into the items that we think you need to rethink about it, that why we say we love living in Greenville, North Carolina.
Right, and we're going to give you a little bit of our background, right? Because we didn't always just live in Greenville. We're not born and raised here, though apparently my ancestors are from the area. But basically, we lived in, I was born in Boston, but we lived together, Miami, Denver, Pittsburgh. And so when we moved to Greenville with our family, we were understanding we were moving from different places, and we've seen different places in this country, and we love talking about it. And then all the reasons we really love Greenville is kind of based on where else we've lived.
Exactly. And we have both education background. That's why we love to do all these videos to give you some insight and knowledge about real estate and the area and our market.
Okay, so number one reason we actually love Greenville so much is actually something called the weather. I know it's not extremely hot. We lived in Miami. It's not extremely cold. We lived in Denver. It's not super humid, Miami. It's not super like it's going to freeze and then not freeze and then just weird, not going to snow in July. We get 4 seasons, but it's a nice, lovely season. So I would compare us to more like a California climate, which is lovely. It wouldn't be perfect California because I know California's got that 70 all the time.
Exactly.
But it's the closest you're going to get on the East Coast, and I love it here.
Therefore, we get like in the 90s. Of course, in 2023, we got even in 96. But usually in the July and August, that is the hottest basically months of the year, we get to 89 to 91 degree. And in the winter, we usually are around 30. If we go lowest as 30 or 29 tops in February.
That's unusual.
January.
When we typically do get 1 day of snow a year.
Exactly. And that's going to melt right away in a couple of hours if we didn't have last year this snow either.
Next thing we're going to talk about is education.
Education. Therefore, as we know, we have a state university, which is East Carolina University. Go Pirate! And many people around here, they have the love of the pirate in their heart. And also on top of that, we have a Pitt Community College, which is very actually insightful, this college, because they have a lot of practical, actually, including construction kind of degree.
And I have to mention with that one, because we see a lot of practical skills like plumbing, electrical, like construction skills that we see them actually teaching at community college. And we told you, we lived in Miami,
hands-on experience.
Denver, Pittsburgh. We did not see community colleges teaching actual needed skills. So the fact that we get to see that the community college here actually teaches needed, necessary skills for people to actually earn a living on, it's amazing. And it's a real benefit to the community.
Exactly. Also,
want to mention higher education, Pitt High Schools, Pitt Elementary. There's great systems out there. We only have to compare it to other places. Our kid was originally listed in Denver, and then there was lots of drama, but COVID. But with the public school system, it's also very good here.
Exactly. What is the next item?
Next one is amenities.
Amenities is really nice, especially right now. We have another kind of groceries also called Lowe's.
No, we're not on groceries. That's shopping. We're on amenities like tennis court, swimming court, physical activity places like Warrior Gym.
Or aqua adventure if you are wanted to go to the classes, and then have a water aquatic exercises. That's a place to start.
Tennis courts, golf courses. There's lots of things to do for physical exercise, physical activity, seeing people. If you want to join the golf club, if you want to join a community of people who are like you and what you like to do to keep yourself healthy, there is lots of amenities out there, and it's amazing.
Exactly. And I know that the place that we live, at least in a radius of 4 miles, we have 6 gyms around us, which is great for somebody that want to take care of health and want it to be always in the shape.
Right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is diversity. And this is something that we wanted to weirdly mention because when we lived in Miami, everybody is, Hispanic, and it's awesome. I miss some food there. I miss my Cuban coffee very much. Denver was more mixed. Pittsburgh felt very isolated. So what we love about here is that it is way more diverse around here, and it's kind of mixed up. And then there's rich neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods. Everybody has just a mixed culture of things, and it's lovely to be in a place of diversity.
Somehow you feel more connected to the people, if it makes sense, even with the diversity that we have all over the U.S. But here people are really connected. Even when you go to the neighborhood, everybody's saying hi.
Which brings us to the next one.
Next one, which is the friendly environment in Greenville, North Carolina.
So when you are already hopping ahead, so people wave, people give you thumbs up when you're jogging. Like there's a lot of just friendliness out here.
Even without knowing you.
This is the South, so of course we're going to have a little bit of a conversation with you when you kind of show up and be like, oh, how are you doing? And ask a couple questions. But those questions,
of course,
can be seen as inviting.
Our accent is not North Carolinian accent,
not.
But we're going to say that we see ourselves part of the community.
Absolutely, because we love having conversations with people. So I can chat for hours with you. It's going to be so much fun. And also just that simple waving, it really does feel at home.
Exactly. What is the next item that we wanted to talk about?
We have the city and the state are doing all these projects. So we have we have Wildwood Park, which is a new family recreation place. They are widening the streets and the highways.
Yes.
We are 45 minutes to the closest harbor. I would say 80 minutes to a really good beach. So you can see we have things you can do, and they are making our roads even better all the time.
Exactly. Therefore, the past year, at least we know in the 3 communities that they put the new asphalt in the road, and the main in the South Memorial Drive now in all the 4 lanes, they put a brand new asphalt. And you see, this is really nice. Even driving with the car, you don't feel any more bump in the road, which is really nice. No, and also part of the widening the project, which is where is this widening?
Old Tar and Evans.
Old Tar and Evans, which you can actually watch that how this project is defined, and is like $150 million project for the whole city.
Next thing we're going to talk about is shopping, which my husband wanted to get into shopping in grocery stores earlier when he saw amenities and he started talking about shopping. So here's where we talk about shopping, our next topic. So Where do we go shopping?
Therefore, mostly, I can say if you wanted to buy stuff in a large quantity, I go to the Sam's Club.
Right.
You know?
But then we also have Aldi's that you love shopping at. Lidl, we love shopping at.
German grocery store, Lidl especially. And then
you have the Food Lion, Publix,
Walmart,
Piggly Wiggly if you need to get there, Walmart grocery store. There's a new Lowe's
Fresh
coming.
Market, which is another kind of similar version of the whole.
And if you don't want to just talk about food, we have Target, we have JCPenney, we have them all. It's not, it's not outlet shopping, but we have them all.
Lowe's also decided in 2023 in Greenville to open its own grocery store, which we are excited to see how it goes. They are in the middle of the project of building in 2023, and we think in a couple months that's going to be ready.
I went back to food, but it's okay. What I love about Greenville is it is a metropolitan city, so we do have pretty much almost everything. There's a couple things we don't have, but there's many things that we do have here. So let's move on to the proximity. So how far are we from everything?
What everything?
80 minutes to the beaches, 80 minutes to Raleigh. When we lived and then also our traffic. I know a lot of people like to complain about traffic in Greenville.
But it's not really.
We lived in Miami. We lived in Denver. When we lived in Miami, it was quite normal for something you could walk in about 10 minutes to take about 3 hours in your car. It's just a normal thing. And if you're not going to walk in Miami, because that 10 minutes, you're going to sweat. So we're definitely all getting in our car, and we're all just waiting in our car, and we're burning gas. So
and sometimes when I see or hear some people, they put comments, the traffic in Greenville is horrible. But you never live in Florida, especially Miami, to see that 24/7 when I was going to work for 11 miles, I was spending 1 hour 45 minutes just
And that was in a good day.
In a good day.
Now, the next thing was something my husband added in here. I completely disagree with him, but he loves car washes.
I mean, that's what's part of being a guy that taking care of the cars, but the reality is that we have every mile now a car wash, which every little corner of the Greenville, you will see a new car wash with a station, the coffee station that they're creating, and they bringing the competitive plan for washing your cars.
I think that's a little ridiculous, but he wanted to add it to the list, so he likes to car wash our car, which is great, I guess. But it's a little much. We have a lot of car washes here.
Exactly.
Next thing we're going to talk about that I would agree with would be affordability. Now,
this is actually the first item that we should have actually talk about.
But we're going to end with it.
Okay.
It's
That's
going to
be the sweet end, that you have that flavor in your mouth and say, okay, this is what I wanted to live with.
So we're going to talk about affordability, because compared to my friend in Miami right now, I love her. She's an amazing person. She lives by herself, and she is paying $3,100 a month for a one-bedroom apartment, which is, not necessarily a great thing at all. I can't imagine $3,100 a month is going to get you a lot of home that you could be living in right here in Greenville.
Exactly.
My friends in Denver are also paying crazy amounts of rent, or their mortgages are locked in, but they even still locked in a mortgage at a much higher price for a home. His friend in LA, he pays $4,600 a month for his mortgage. These are all high comparisons.
Exactly.
So when we look at all these high comparisons and what we talk about, understanding what's the monthly mortgage rate right now in Greenville, or the rent? What's the monthly rent?
The rent actually was $1,500 based off the real new
based on the filming of the
video that they released for all bedrooms.
Now, for $2,000 a month, you can be living in a brand new home here. You're getting a really big home at that as well, comparatively. We have somebody moving who's going from a 700-foot condo that they own to a house that's 3 times as big, and they're going to actually pay the same because they're moving from a big city here. So what happens? We are definitely affordable. It's economical to live here. We talked to you about the grocery stores already.
Our utility bill is really good, respect to many places. At least we can say in Pittsburgh, when we live, we had like a $600 average utility bill every month. And when we came to Greenville, our utility bill is something between $200 to $250 a month.
And that's based
including
on
everything.
And yeah, that's including all of us for the 4 of us. So anyway, we hope you love this video. We hope we updated you on all of this information.
And don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357. Looking forward to talking to you. And don't forget to leave us a comment. And thank you for being with us in good audience. And see you next time.